Hello, this is version 1 of the cardboard steering wheel. Uh, I used cardboard, some foam, and hot glue and tape to make this wheel, and you can see the finished product again right over here. So, this is the frame. I just used a cardboard box and cut it up to make this very lovely frame over here. I had a pipe laying around, so I used that as the drive shaft. No, wait, not a drive shaft, but whatever, the shaft thing. And I also made a small support structure down there to ensure that this doesn't fall down. So the way I actually make this work is by using a mouse. The mouse's sensor. So the mouse's sensor, like, it's correctly aligned with the pipe. So when I turn it, you can see in the screen that the cursor goes from side to side. And these are the accelerator and brake pedals. Over here, this is where I use the foam, so it's a little softer. And I just used the clicks of another broken mouse, which the sensor wasn't working. So yeah, that is how the accelerator works. Now the accelerator and brakes were working really well, no problem whatsoever with these. But over here, the you can see the script over here. This script basically remaps the left button to W and the right button to S, and those are basically the forward and backward controls in almost every racing game there is. But the real problem was with the wheel. I couldn't find any way to make the axes of these correspond to some key like A and D. So here are some alternatives I tried out instead. And spoiler alert, none of them worked. So the first of these was when I tried to just go on the AutoHotkey forum and try finding somebody who was also looking for similar code, but that was way too confusing, and I tried following the instructions, but none of it really worked. And then the second option, because I have an Xbox controller, is that I could have used the app, like the PC, the PS2 emulator. It has a program built in where it'll allow you to remap keyboard to controller buttons. And I tried doing that, but in fact it does the opposite. It makes it such that your controller connects controls the PC. So you can see over here when I turn on the PC, the controller, that I can control the cursor using my joystick, and that is not what I want. It completely messed up my the thing. So then what I thought was, hey, disabled people exist. What do they do? And then I found this program called Alt Controller, and Alt Controller is pretty good, except for the fact that I tried making something like using these two zones as so when I move the cursor in those zones, it'll press A or D, and I'll show you what it did. Let me go to an empty document. So here, and then you can see that if I put it into this zone, it starts typing A, and it types more A's as you go that way. And then you can go into the D as well. You can go to the other side and you get D. That seems well and good, but the problem is that I was playing the Crew 2 when it was free, and it has a weird thing where it uses the mouse for looking around the car. So it just got all mixed up, and it was really difficult to control. So like it did turn left, but it moved the camera of the car was just moving around rapidly. So that was bad. I do not want that. And another problem is that I literally cannot close this script. So if I say, look, I can't do anything. If I do that, it does some weird thing. I can't really, I can close it, I think. Oh, it closed. But yeah, that was not so simple. Right, so anyways, the another option that I had was, sorry, I had no options remaining. So another idea that I had after discussing with some people was that I could use the scroll wheel of the mouse instead of the sensor, because AutoHotkey, as you can see over here, has some commands for wheel down and wheel up. So what I thought was, hey, I can just do this, add those commands there, right? Control S, and then we can run that remap.ahk, and then you can see that I gotta do a little thing here. And then over here you can see that if I click W, left click S, scroll up A, and scroll down D. So what I think I'm going to do is maybe use the Portronics mouse over there and put it down like this, so that whenever I move the wheel, it's going to actually, yeah, no, the mouse fell down, but you get the idea. So that's the overview of version 1, and I'm going to implement those features into version 2 and check back in with you later. Right, bye.